Hi, welcome to Light Up. I have a question, and the question goes to you, the parent or guardian, or someone who is in the care of, who has the responsibility to care for a child. Are you in the habit of asking your child, this young person you're taking care of, the kinds of things that they love to do, the things that excite them to do? Are you one of those people who are curious to know? Or I would even ask, when was the last time you asked that direct question to your daughter, to your son, the kinds of things that they love to do, and that you had a conversation about it? I ask because there is always a tendency that we somehow, as parents, as guardians, as responsible adults, carve out a life for the children who are under our care, and rightly so. But at the same time, there is a possibility in that regard that we tend to neglect that these are young people, but who are growing. These are young people who are individuals in themselves. And like they always tell us as parents, that even if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, these children will never be the same. So much so that even if you have a set of twins, these twins will never be the same. Yes, they might be twins who look alike, tend to do certain things alike, but at some point you'll see the individuality of each one of them coming out rather strongly. What does that tell us? It tells us that every child is unique in their own way. And depending on how society shapes them, depending on how the world impacts them and how they view it, there is that duality, the dynamic between this person, this individual, and the world, the community within which they live. This individual and the relationship that they build with you, the parent, this individual and how they interact with peers and school and the environment, everything combined. So when I go back to the question, are you the parent who takes time to say, I need to have a conversation with my child, and we need to talk about the kind of stuff they love to do. Obviously, the fun stuff, not the things that they detest. So it's very possible that your child might say, I love reading. If I can get as many books as possible, I just want to sit and immerse myself in reading books. You're one of the lucky ones. Then do that. But there are so many other things that they would love to do besides reading. I promise you, they're not going to spend the eternity of their free time reading. They want to do other things. And what's interesting is that whatever it is that they love to do has an inclination towards their likings, their choices, their preferences. So it helps a lot as a parent that if you solicit this information from the young person, one, it gives you an inlet on who they are, the kind of things that they want. It's like a window, a small window. But at the same time, it encourages you and it gives you an opportunity to really engage with them, talk to them, have an understanding on the kinds of things that they want to do and why do they prefer those things over other things. And that conversation, that dynamic can really be interesting, can be telling, it can be informative, and it provides you as a parent a lot of insights into this person who is growing. So how do we get into the practicalities of this in case it's something that you never do? And I just told you one of the benefits is that it really helps you to really connect with your child. It helps you to kind of look into their world and what they're processing and what they're going through. So it's a good thing if you get into the habit of just asking them. Like for example, they come back from school, it has been a hectic term, they're rather tired, and you just want to give them like 2 days and you tell them, guys, I would encourage, don't do a lot, wake up in the morning, do some simple cleaning, go and sleep. You really, really need to do some deep sleeping for 2 days, then we can talk. And once they pull their energy up, you really want to kind of take their mind off from work even if they have holiday work, but you really want to kind of create an environment which is taking them from the routines and the hectic environment of school and studies, and kind of give them an opportunity to go into this free space where they can relax, decompress, where they can, you know, excel. So ask them, hey, I want you to list maybe 5 things that you really love to do, and if possible, if resources allowing, you would love to do this holiday. Chances are they might come up with some ideas on that list which are not within your ability to provide or means to provide immediately. The benefit of that is that now you know. You can put it in a bucket list, you know, put it somewhere in the wall and you say, hey, out of your big list, at least we should do 2. These ones we can afford. And the thing is, sometimes we want to shield a lot of information from our children, but sometimes it's counterproductive. If a child's intuition is to think that they can come and ask stuff from you, I want to go on a holiday, I want to spend time with friends and like, and for you that means dipping in your pockets and getting money, sometimes which you might not have, explaining to them might help, but just being dismissive is not supportive as well. So if, for example, they want to do a holiday, you might want to tell them in the event that you don't have the money or you don't have the time, talk about it and say, hey, maybe we might want to put that on the side, but we're not forgetting it, we'll come back to it. And in that alone, you're teaching your child to appreciate planning, appreciate limited resources, but also to appreciate and be a patient person. And the thing in that is also, maybe that's a little nugget we need to bring out, is don't make promises you can't uphold. Okay? Oh, we'll go next time, I promise you. And you make that promise. They will come back and they will hold you to account to that promise, because come next time they will wait and they'll come and say, hey, you promised me last time that I'm going to do this and this with you. And then you're like, no, we can't do that now. Better luck next time, but we'll do it. I promise we'll do it next time. They'll come back the second time. And if you are the kind of person who is dismissive and you've told them 1, 2 things and you're not keeping a promise, then that becomes your identity in their eyes. My dad never keeps his promises. My mom never upholds to what they promise to do. And that in them is a no-no. That doesn't help you to kind of shape values and character in them. Rather, it creates doubt and disappointment at that. So going back to the fundamental principle of plan, give them an opportunity to talk about things that they want to do, not what you think is important. You'll always think of all the important stuff, which might, in terms of measuring up, look at the stuff that they want to do as insignificant, not important. According to who? According to you. According to them, that is important stuff, you know, and you need to give that kind of allowance, you know, especially if it's reasonable, what it is that they're asking. Otherwise, it's important for you to kind of plan with them. Use that as an opportunity to engage with them. And if not for anything, as children grow, I promise you, they begin to detach from us, because then the world is pulling more and more of them. As they go within their social networks and their social circles and peers and friends, as they forge new relationships, we begin to get isolated. We go more and more into a deeper shadow. And it is always very helpful for you to secure that engagement, that relationship with them, so that regardless of how the rest of the world has a claim on their lives, they'll always know the center where you stand, and they'll always feel the need to engage with you and to have and spend time with you. But it's something that you need to build and cultivate. If you don't do it, they'll just go on to the next best thing, the next alternative, and all those alternatives are available. They're out there waiting. Okay, but look at the productivity that brings out. Look at the benefits towards the child and for you. Engaging with your child always is very important. But if your child knows you to be the kind of person who also listens to their wishes, who also gives them time to talk about the stuff that they want to do, then that's a very helpful thing. It consolidates your relationship. And if we are to be optimistic and positive, looking into this and thinking about this, not everything that they're going to ask to do as stuff that they love to do, that's going to cost an arm and leg. Most of the things actually at the end of the day might only cost time. That they just need you to spend time with them doing this stuff that they love to do. And if you do that, you cultivate a relationship, a friendship, you cultivate that fall-to person with whom they can engage, ask questions, and always consult. And that's a good thing. So try doing that, see what happens, see what kind of relationship it brings up, how it solidifies and strengthens your relationship between you and your child. And I hope it works out. I hope it gives you some kind of enlightenment on our parenting journey. Till next time, thanks for watching.